Alrighty. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. Howdy, y'all. How's it going? Woo! Oh, buddy. So, welcome back to another stream. Today, we are going to finally do the Hatching Tide event for Final Fantasy XIV and maybe do some other stuff. I don't know. It's been a day. I've only worked 2 days this week. So we have the rest of the week off, but man, what 2 days it's been. but we finally made it. I had forgotten that I needed to do a few other things today, so I do apologize for having to, push back the stream and whatnot. But hi, we're here. Hopefully we're gonna have a lot of fun stuff to do throughout the week. Here, let me adjust the mic. There we go. But yeah, hopefully we've got quite a few fun things to do this week. I'm planning to make the most of it while I have these days off. It's very bad for my wallet, but it does mean that I at least get quite a few other things done in the meantime. So hopefully you'll be along for the ride. I thought this would be kind of fun. We've got the live letter here in a couple of days, and yeah, quite a bit to do. But man, it's just been. Oh man. retail, you guys know. You all know what I mean. So, yeah, we're here, finally. I don't really have too many plans aside from the Hatching Tide event, so I figured we'd probably end up running some dungeons or something like that, too. I want to stream a little bit longer than I normally do today. It might mean a break here and there, so just kind of a heads up. But yeah, we're going to try and fit in as much as I can. It's just been, you ever have just one of those weeks where no matter how long or short it seems, it just feels like everything's kind of packed in at once, right? So, it's not like my flesh job is all that difficult. I basically stand behind a counter and sell books all day. It's not really all too terribly hard. I enjoy it. But where I'm at, you just get some of the weirdest people, and most of the time it's not really all that bad. But this week, I don't know, it's everyone came down out of the mountains and just fled and just filed through the woodwork, I guess. It happens occasionally. I don't know what the deal was. You've got a lot of people around here. It's a very small, very rural area. And you've got people that literally don't leave their house or their very small town for weeks at a time, and then they come out once and then you never see them again, and they're just so weird. It's just so weird. I can't even really pinpoint one specific thing about, what happened. It's just, oh man. I mean, I guess I'm thankful that no one is like ever getting mad at me. I mean, it's some weird conversations, but no one's ever like yelling at me or anything like that, like you would have in other retail jobs. But it's just weird vibes all the way around. And it's been very tiring. I haven't had much sleep, so thankfully I did get a little bit of a nap in after work today and feel pretty refreshed, so we should be good to go for a while. But it's just been one of those weeks where no matter what it seems like I'm doing, I'm just running on empty, right? Not that it's a bad thing. Like I like feeling like I've accomplished a lot. You know, I was working on, and I can't go into too many details about it, but a marketing project of sort is what we'll call it. So that got put out. I don't think it went as well as I had hoped. So we'll just have to try again next time, I think. But you know, it was nice to just get that out there and be done with that. So I've been working on that project quite a bit, and then obviously some stuff for the channel here. Yeah, I did have a lot of fun with the guitar stream the other day, so I think we might throw one of those in again at some point during the week. You know, I've always said a billion times that I'm very mid. I'm not like a pro guitar player or anything like that. I just kind of waffle about and play a bunch of covers, and not even full covers, just parts of the songs that I know. But it's fun. I feel like we can improve together on the channel, so I do appreciate everyone that stopped in to take a look at that, either live or on the VOD. It was a lot of fun. We need to do that a little bit more. I'm not going to get any better at it if I don't practice, right? There's just a few technical things on the back end that I need to figure out in terms of how guitar rig and amps work. Now how the strings work, not so much the amps. But without any further ado, let's go ahead. I think it's a new Gridania. But yeah, it's just been a long week, and it's only been 2 days. So, oh man. But like I said, I do want to get a lot done this week. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really curious what the Hatching Tide event is going to be like this year. You know, it's never necessarily like a happy thing that I'm only working 2 days, but at the same time, work is only something I'm doing because I have to. Like, to me, this is the real work, right? So it might be a little tight on the old funds in terms of buying new games or something like that, but oh, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. All right, Gila Leopo, let's do this. It begins. The Tallberry approaches. Greetings, friend, and a happy hatching tide to you. I'm not gonna do the voices. I literally woke up like half an hour ago, slammed down some cereal, and was like, let's do this. Let's stream, baby. So my voice is not quite there for the usual voices. I don't even know if people like the voices, but I'll read it aloud. But that's about as far as we're gonna get today. All right. Hey, I see that you look exquisite as always, Kyra. It is always a pleasure. I am most eager to share my latest dream with you. It was highly peculiar, to say the least. You see, I beheld visions of that chilling creature of the legend, the Tonberry. In past experience has taught me anything, it is that painstakingly recreating my dreams is sure to bring about good fortune. However, as Tonberries are not but figments of old fables, I began to doubt whether I could do justice to their ghastly appearance. That all changed when this gentleman generously offered his assistance. Greetings, my lady. My name is Hamlin, and I am what you might call a supreme connoisseur and passionate aficionado of all things Tonberry. You may or may not be aware, Tonberries have heads as rounded as adorable as any egg, which is why I believe that they are the perfect addition to the Hatching Tide festivities. And so I donned the superior mantle of Tonberry and presented myself to Miss Chili here. Well, look, wouldn't you agree? Hamlin was kind enough to furnish other volunteers with Tonberry guises, and we're all hard at work preparing the upcoming fun. Oh boy. I mean, we know a few. First they tried to kill us, and then we tried to save them. It's just life. Eggy, stabby fun it will be. While you were painting eggs, I was learning the art of the knife. Exactly, that's the spirit of Hatching Tide, perhaps without the stabby part. Considering my dream, I think these festivities present a unique opportunity to share the Tonberry's charm with the world. There is but one problem. A group of sylphs have been making mischief throughout the town, playing pranks, sabotaging the decorations. Oh no! Luckily, it seems a mere glance of the Tonberry form is enough to send those leafy brigands fleeing in terror. Is it not remarkable how such an adorable visage can strike such fear into the hearts of some? Does not the contradiction of the Tonberry's nature invigorate your very soul? Heavy breathing. Alright. I'm in on this. I'm in. Let's do it. I'll be the Tonberry fellow. Our other volunteers are using their Tonberry guises to shoo away the sylphs as best they can. We still find ourselves short-handed. Would you be willing to assist us? Just until the mischief is mitigated? Sure. My sincerest thanks. Hamlin's prepared a plethora of guises for us, so I'm sure he will have one that fits you. I am excited, probably the most about 7 is all of the absolutely terrifying creatures that we've kind of known as being like the Final Fantasies thing. Like, they really come into form in FF7. Like, we've seen a Cactuar, we've seen Tonberries in some of the past games, but this is where they're really going to start taking shape, right? Let's commence with the most sacred of ceremonies. Come closer. Oh boy. I like the height disparity. Well, off we go. It is a very good costume, I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty sweet reward for a holiday event. Got the little tail. Yeah, buddy. I'm flabbergasted. Absolutely stunned that they made a Diable. I've already seen the memes, and it's going about as well as you'd expect. I mean, let's be honest. They knew what they were doing. Eggy, stabby fun. Oh lordy coming. No. The tusked ones. You know, it's been a long time since I've run Amdapor. It was Amdapor, right? So I don't really remember the story too much other than the first time taking down the Tonberry King and then second time they're all fleeing. But I don't remember much about anything going on around it. I need to go back and maybe do that on an alt or something. Other one will come... Yeah, we know these ones. So someone pulling the strings behind the sylphs. Alright, I see. As these things tend to go. Excited amphibian lover. Okay. Spring out and make the walking one screech and jump. I think I see what's going on here. Are they trying to be a part of Hatching Tide and just not understanding how it all works? So they think that, like, this is how you celebrate? Is that what's going on here? I feel like if I'm gonna have this costume, though, I'm gonna need to hide the rapier. It's a good costume, but it's definitely clipping. Probably more than than necessary. You like to hear the particulars. Ah. Alright, what do we got, Geely? What do you think? Glad to hear those sylphs fluttered back home. Thank you for all your extra help. Yes, you performed most admirably, not only in deeds, but in dress. On beholding a Tonberry performing such selfless acts of valor, the citizens of Gridania are sure to be warm to our adorable paragons of pointy justice. All according to a plan. Our other volunteers are currently making the rounds and checking the rest of the decorations of any residual surprises, but I dare say we should be able to officially begin the celebration soon. All that's left is to wait for our Archon eggs to arrive from Ul'dah. Which reminds me, Master Pollen sends his regards. He's currently recovering from injuries sustained from a particularly sharp beak, and will therefore be unable to attend Hatchingtide this year. Oh no! Sounds like a job for the Warrior of Light, as these things usually end up falling in my shoulders. But he generously sent us dozens and dozens of delightful eggs. So many, in fact, we had to commission the Goldsmith Guild to help with the decoration. I hope you enjoy the festivities. Something tells me this shall be a Hatchingtide to remember. We have a problem. Ah. What is it, my egg-shaped friend? No, what is the matter? It's the eggs, Sheely. The Archon eggs. Sylphs swarmed the shipment as it entered the central shroud and zapped the delivery mammoth into a frenzy. The caravan has been brought to a complete standstill. Ah! Oh no. A mammoth. If only you had seen it. The chaos, the carnage, the eggs. Not the eggs. Those are expensive now. Beautiful Archon eggs scattered across the ground. Sylphs pilfering them like Spriggans, and that smoking mammoth rampaging like an old goat possessed. Was sheer mayhem, Geely. The Sylphs presented no demands, offered no reason for their rampant pillaging, but they did keep squeaking about tusked ones and no fare, and why should walking ones have all the fun? What do you suppose they meant? Ah, I heard the Sylphs once held an annual spring festival, but there was an incident involving one of their fighting boars. I believe that was the end of such activities. I understand how it must pain them to see us cheerfully prepare for Hatchingtide, but those ill-gotten eggs won't cease their suffering. We must find a way to recover them. If I may be so bold, I believe we have the perfect solution to your conundrum. Chi resistance would be crucial, however. You will lend us your aid, right? Alright, I'll do anything for good glams. And I do mean anything. Okay. You wish to lend your strength to my brilliant plan, do you? Well, our divine mission is as follows. We must adorn ourselves in the guise of the Tonberry and scare the sylphs away from the fallen eggs. It may seem a rather familiar tactic, but terror cuts as sharply as a knife in the right hands, as does the power of the Tonberry. We shall find those sylphs of what adorable horror lurks in the shadows. It's time to take the Tonberry's naturally winsome and captivating visage and transform it into a mask of pure evil. Observe. Ah! Oh, alrighty. I suppose that makes sense, but what of the delivery mammoth? In its panic state, it may easily mistake us for naught but common egg thieves. Perhaps so not so common, considering the guises. That's where Kyra's participation is crucial. And an overexcited automaton is no match for an adventurer versed in the arts of warfare. Of course, I shan't be so cruel as to send you into battle as defenseless as a swaddled Tonbabe. You may rely upon me to perform the necessary enhancements upon your guise. That shall grant any stabby sweetheart the ability to withstand even the harshest of electrified zaps, in theory anyways. In the midst of adversity lies opportunity, as they say, or rather in the midst of scattered Archon eggs stands the noble Tonberry, that all might witness its triumphant glory. Hmm. Very well. Let us proceed to Hamlin's plan and see what our eggs are that our eggs are recovered safely. Nod, hand and fist. Excellent. I shall commence the enhancement of this disguise at once and have it ready for deployment into flicks of a Tonberry's blade. However, let us meet where the bell of destiny tolls. 2 arms. 2 arms. Alright. Complete the fate, don't be selfish, in the central shroud. Okay. Which one's central shroud again? Nope, not you. We'll do the White Wolf Gate. Easy enough. Speaking of nerds, I watched Shin Ultraman yesterday. Very good. I know nothing about Ultraman, but I've been trying to watch a lot of the Shin series. Now, I've never seen Ultraman. I've never seen Kamen Rider, and that's going to be coming out soon. I thought it was a very good and a very fun introduction to the character and the franchise, so... You know, I never really was big into, like, the whole Sentai thing, aside from every child my age who was into Power Rangers back in the day. So, yeah, it was interesting. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was still kind of cartoonish, like the original series, from the clips that I've seen anyways, without being, like, super weird, I guess. What are we doing? I need eggs. Okay. This is fun. This is amusing. So I wonder if they've made it a little bit easier. Oh god. I wonder if they've made it a little bit easier to do this fate, or if you still have to wait like an hour to wait for it to proc, right? Like, that was always the big issue with this fate and this event. Same thing with the Mochi one, if I remember right. I think they did make Mochi a little bit easier, but it's been a couple of years since I've actually done it. Ah! Scare him! Alright, that's working. That's working. I like these events. They're fun. They're just silly. I think it's very hard to beat the old chicken. Capture the chicken one. That's probably one of the best ones they've ever done, but this is fun. Ah. So I didn't really take a look other than the Tonberry costume. Do we get that emote? I really, really want that emote. It's the same thing that I do every day that I have to go into work. Here we go. But yeah, I'm excited about watching Shin Kamen Rider. Apparently, I haven't watched the clip yet, but apparently it's like way more violent than people were expecting. But I mean, so was Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla was, I wouldn't say violent, but definitely terrifying to a certain point. Way more than I expected. So yeah, Ultraman really wasn't too bad. It was more along the lines of the cartoony that we kind of expect from like an old school Sentai like that, but still a lot of fun. Yeah, Kamen Rider, I guess, is pretty wild from the preview footage. It was like, what, the first 3 minutes of it or something like that is what I saw trending. Alright, so what was the deal? What's going on with these sylphs? But yeah, so there's that. And then I've got a few things that I want to watch this weekend. Obviously, I still haven't seen John Wick 4. I was holding off because it's been a while since I've watched the third one. So I'd like to kind of refresh myself a little bit before going into the fourth one. And also the fact that it's 3 hours long. But who knows? Maybe I'll go Thursday. And then I think Dungeons and Dragons comes out this weekend too, right? Like I saw that it was getting really good reviews. And I like Chris Pine to begin with. I think he's very underrated both as an actor and a comedian just in general. So the clips that I have seen from D&D, it had me sold. And I'm not even like the biggest D&D fan. Like I like tabletop games, but around here it's more like I don't like the people that play tabletop games. Not that they're bad people or anything. It's just, you know the type. I feel like that goes without saying when it comes to anything tabletop related. You know the type. So it's been a while since I've really played. I should really try and find like some online sessions to play with, but I don't know, there's just something that's lost when you don't have an actual table and dice to throw. Like you can do it online, but man, I'd really like to just find a good group of friends to play like physically with around here. But it has been years and years since I played. All right, here we go. And here comes our hero now. Hamlin has just been regaling us with the tales of your valor. We can't thank you enough for recovering those Archon eggs. Truly, from the bottom of our hearts and purses, thank you. My single regret is that no rapturous bystanders were present in those solitary woods to witness such valorous displays. As I was saying, you know the type. Alas, the Tonberry's majesty will once again pass unacknowledged. Yet such is often the way with true goodness. And the hero that works in secrecy is the betterment of all. My friends, the name is Tonberry. Profound, I'm sure. I must say, Hamlin, your unflagging devotion to all things Tonberry is both remarkable and admirable. Is Hamlin just 3 Tonberries in a cloak? The world may never know. Pardon me. We were in those solitary woods, and we saw what you did for us, or what the Tonberries did. I was heartbroken when a sylph snatched away the Archon egg that my friend had given me, but thanks to you, it was recovered safely. You Tonberries have my eternal thanks. Only wish you didn't have to scare the sylph so badly. The poor things, is there no other way to deter their mischief? My Tonberry senses are tingling. I'm still curious what the deal was. Maybe they really were just after the eggs all along. Indeed. Consider this. If we decorate our eggs with the Tonberry themes, the sylphs wouldn't dare snatch or sabotage them. Dark green coat on a large egg with 2 golden circles for eyes. Not bad at all. Perhaps even cute. Sheely, perhaps this was what your dream foretold. Not just Tonberry guises, but Tonberry eggs and decorations as well. In which case, we should send word to our Uldan goldsmiths that we'd like another batch of Archon eggs, in some striking shades of Tonberry. Of course, all our eggs are packaged during transit, meaning the sylphs will likely consider their mischief outside the city. I'm tempted to see a Tonberry guard with the caravan, but the road from Ulda is far too long to attempt such a guise. We shall consider the possible alternatives, but in the meantime, should you happen to come across another waylaid shipment, I hope I can count on your assistance, as a Tonberry, of course. Yes. Well, seeing as our Archon eggs have finally arrived, I dare say it is time to officially get cracking. Let the Hatching Tide festivities commence. To be fair, I have actually done the RP walk from Gridania to Ulda. So, I know the feeling. It's a little bit, it used to be pretty common in WoW to like RP walk across great distances, but unfortunately it's just not a big thing in Final Fantasy because of the split zones, right? It's a bit disappointing. I do miss that quite a bit. So, yeah, someone was just doing it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk with this fellow and chat for a little bit, right? Egg Advocate. Excellent. I can get Papaya Demastered. Hippity Hoppity Hatching Tide. Well, we've got to get the outfit. That goes without saying. So I guess we just do the Fate over and over again, and that will give us the others. I have to assume so. There we go. Let's ask again. Okay. All right, well, I guess back to the Fate then. We'll do the Blue Badger Gate this time. Yeah, that was fun. That was cute. I like it. Short, sweet, nothing super crazy. Yeah, as I was saying, it's been a while since I've done anything tabletop, and you know, I tried the Pathfinder, but I think that game was just too much for me. It was just too confusing for me in terms of just everything going on. Like, I played my share of Neverwinter Nights, right? But I don't know, just something about it. I don't know if it was because of the whole party system. I think that's really probably what it was more than anything. Like, if it was just me controlling my character and not having to deal with a party the entire time, I probably would have kept playing it. But, you know, it was nice to put on stream and give it a shot and a hope for the best, right? You know, we gave it a chance. But that's probably the closest that I've come to in terms of... Oh, Blind Fate. There we go. But that was the closest that I've come to playing a tabletop RPG in probably 15, 20 years at this point. You know, we used to play a lot in high school, but as these things tend to happen, you know, you get older and it becomes harder and harder to get together for those kind of things. People move away. Things just change. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to finding like a group of like people to collab with and do it on stream or something. Yeah, it's hard to make friends as you get older. So unfortunately I have not had the chance to do it. But I do still like tabletop stuff, so I'll give the D&D movie a chance. I think it'll be fun. Kinda silly. Alright. I do like that they did give us the emote. And I was kind of surprised that the emote was the actual reward. And the outfit is what we have to buy with the eggs. Man, I am just getting slammed here. Okay. Ah! Get them all! Get them all! Okay. I'll just stand here. I mean, I got plenty of eggs, I guess. This is the true Savage. This is the true endgame of FF14. Holiday Fates. I'm genuinely surprised at how difficult this is, with all of the AoEs going off. I really, truly am. I don't know if maybe it's because it scales with how many people are around, right? So how many do I get per thingy? Because I want, like, one of everything. It actually, like, that's how you gotta do it with the fun holiday events. Like, I want the Papaya Demastered. I want... Man, that's got some range. I want Papaya Demastered. I want the Wall Scroll, even though I will probably never put it up. I've got enough stuff on my walls anyways. Alright. But yeah, so circling back around, it's just there's just a lot of good stuff out there right now, and I've finally finished reading a couple of books that I've been working on for a while, right? So I'm back in the well of K-dramas, How many did I... Oh, wow, you get 10. Fair enough, fair enough. So I started watching The Glory, which is really good. It is a little bit kind of confusing because some of the names kind of blur together. Like, normally I'm getting a little bit better at kind of recognizing Korean names and being able to separate characters and whatnot, but they switch back and forth between like the past and the current quite a bit, and everything going on in, like, in the background of the show. So it doesn't give you as much time to kind of recognize who's who. There are a couple of actors that I kind of recognize from other series that make it a little bit easier, but aside from that, it's very good. Like, the plot is pretty intense. Normally, when it comes to K-dramas, I'm a big fan of, like, romance and that kind of thing. But this is just straight up, like, revenge series and fantastic. I'm only on, like, episode 3 or 4 right now. It's a lot longer than I thought. I remember it was going up live on Netflix for a long time, kept getting in my recommends. I'm like, oh, I'll wait till it's done. It's got like 16 episodes. So yeah, it's been very good. Very, very good, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. So that'll be what I'm doing off stream when I'm not working on some new stuff for the channel, right? Like, that's the thing, and I think that's why I've been so kind of tired, you know? Whenever I'm at work, I'm in constant motion. Like, I do not stop moving. I'm one of those people where when I'm at work, when it's time to work, like right now, it's time to work. Like, I don't want to, like, rest on my laurels. I want to feel like I'm always doing something. So even just stuck behind the cash register, I'm just constantly pacing, you know? And then when I'm done with work, I just don't move. There's no in between, really. When it's off day, it is sitting here for 14 to 16 hours a day, playing games, streaming with y'all, and not doing much. Which I know a lot of people are probably like, what the hell, man? You gotta move. But I do it so much during the days that I am working. I'm just exhausted, right? As I was saying the other day, when it's time to stream, when it's time for off days, I just become just a bog lord. Just a regular swamp thing wallowing in my own filth. And I am perfectly okay with that. Work hard, play hard, as they say. Alright. So I guess I don't really need 10. I'm not going to buy multiple posters. Right? Here we go. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the extra eggs there. I can always do the fade again if I need more. Alright. Thankfully, it is starting to get kind of nice out. So, assuming, and this is a big if this time of year, assuming it doesn't storm again until later this week, I might finally go out and enjoy some spring disc golf. Get out and about. It is the one nice thing about being in a rural area is that the nature areas are very nice. And our state has a very big conservation department, so there's a lot of really good, like, trails and obviously disc golf courses, just things to do out and about. So I'm going to try and enjoy it. But man, this time of year, it's it's stormy season. I'm not complaining, because you know me, I love my storms. But it does make it a little difficult to go out and enjoy the sunshine and the warmth. That's alright. Another month or two. Be time to get out those lawn chairs as the tornado sirens go off. Let's mend. I don't know if I really need mending. There we go. Nice. Alright, so we've completed that. I feel like we got a lot done. It was shorter than I expected. I thought it would take like a full half hour. But, you know, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Alright, now what to do with you? Hippity hoppity. Let's go put it in my apartment. My apartment is basically my storage at this point, so... I think they did say during PAX that they're going to try and expand the housing item limit, which will be really nice. Really nice. But who knows when that's going to be. I would imagine if it is something they're going to do, it's going to be during 7.0, along with all of the other back-end changes that they're putting in. Yeah, let's go ahead and store you there. All right. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start getting in here and getting some of my tombstones. Like I said, I want to try getting as close to cap for these green tombstones as I can before the next relic step comes out. Like, we've got time. Eventually, these will become uncapped, so I won't have to worry about it as much. But the more that I can get here, the better. And honestly, I still have a few pieces of gear. You know, all of my left side, except for that one, is all still 620. So, yeah, there's still a little bit of work we can do here. Oh, I need to augment that too. Oof, whoops. So I think I can do augmented, then a regular Lunar's Envoy ring, right? If I remember right, that's how it works. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, we've got some stuff to do. Like I said, I wasn't just gonna hop on here and do the holiday event and then bounce, right? But yeah, so that's kind of the nice thing with the spring coming around, is I do feel a little bit more active. I need to hit up the old gym again. It's been a while. You know, I would go several times a week when I was in school, because obviously my school ID would let me into the facility, but it's back to the old Planet Fitness, I guess, because it's cheap. But I do miss working out. I miss being able to walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded. So, is that time? Don't ever let anyone tell you that just because you're skinny, you're healthy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. That could not be further from the truth. All right. But yeah, how is everyone's week going? I guess it's officially Wednesday in some places now, so you're halfway there. You're almost through it. You're like slightly less than half. 2.5 more days to go. You know, it's just been a weird week. I think it's just everyone's starting to go on spring break, or they will be over the next week or so. Weird things happen in the online and in the VTuber world, and yeah, it's just it comes and goes. It comes and goes in waves, right? in life, my life is no exception. Even if I don't have the drama of the big VTubers, right? All right, so this is, oh man, this will be the test, right? This is where heroes are forged. We're gonna know right off the bat with the first boss how this raid is gonna go. It is 1 a.m. I don't know. I don't mind World of Darkness. All right, do we have any naked fellows here? No. Although I do really like Reckless there. Good job. I don't mind it. It's just, you know, if I'm gonna be stuck in one of the Crystal Tower raids, I would prefer to just do Crystal Tower. But, you know, it's still on the shorter end. It shouldn't be too bad. The only issue is that it is the one that kind of gives people some trouble if they're brand new. I don't know why. I guess some of the strat scaling here is just kind of wild for Sprouts. It seems like everyone kind of knows what they're doing. Our DPS is good, so hopefully it won't take too long to get through it. All right. My thing with Crystal Towers, I just feel so hampered as a red mage, right? Like, I don't have any of my good things. I don't have my res. I don't have a complete finisher. It's just, yeah, it's just kind of, it doesn't downscale well. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with this one. I just kind of go on auto mode, which is good for us chatting, you know. I guess we can sit and enjoy our time together, right? But I do like the fights. Like, I think they're fun. Here we go. Here's the test. How many people know how to look away from the eye? Okay. Yeah, it's just been a busy week, you know. I feel like I've gotten quite a few things done with the channel that I'm pretty happy with, and I hope you guys have noticed it too. And just in terms of some of the layout and finally getting used to VTubing. You know, obviously there's always going to be limitations based on the model and a few other things. I'm trying to do all of this myself, so I don't have like a legion of fan artists to make me cool thumbnail art, right? But I think it's going well. I finally got, you know, the actual technical. I've actually got most of the technical things figured out, right? You know, there's still a little bit with the resolution, which could be the model, to be honest. I don't know what resolution this model was originally made in, since it didn't come with a PSD. You know, it's just, again, a free model on Booth. So it could be a lower res model. I think like 8,000 by 12,000 is like the standard or some like absolutely wild stuff like that. There we go. So, you know, there's a few little pieces of jank here and there, but overall I think it's going well, and I hope everyone here thinks it is too. You know, the guitar stream I think was really the big test, and I thought it went rather well. I was very happy with how it went, and aside from having to move a bunch of furniture, I thought it looked pretty good too. It was nice being able to actually stand up and not have to worry about being on the camera, trying to show the fretboard and that kind of thing. And it allowed me to just kind of focus on the music too, which is always kind of nice. Not that it was anything special. I mean, got a long way to go for that, right? Mid thrashers unite. Yeah, I feel like things are going well, but there's still a lot of other things that I'm looking to do. Okay, did I make it? Nice. You know, I do need to make some nice new transition scrolls, which I'm going to have to relearn a little bit of Adobe Audition or After Effects to do all of that. There's some weird resolution stuff going on with my logo, you know, the name logo that I've got. So once I get that figured out, we got to make some new YouTube and Twitter headers, you know, this small little housekeeping things like that, which are never like necessarily a bad thing. You know, they're very necessary. They're just kind of time consuming. You know, you still have to put in the work to get them done. So even though they don't seem like a big deal, they actually kind of are in terms of what exactly it means for your workday, right? And like I said, I had a few marketing things that I was doing, a couple videos that I was making, and like I said, I thought I did well. I don't know how they thought. we'll just put it that way. But obviously, I can see YouTube analytics, and it didn't go nearly as well as I thought. So we'll have to work and improve on that kind of stuff. Just, you know, more back-end things. Some of these things that you don't necessarily see on camera, and not all of them I necessarily talk about for various reasons, but yeah, it's just been, like I said, it's been a weird week. It's been a very tiring week, but it's been productive. I don't mind being dead-ass tired if it feels like I've actually gotten some stuff done. It doesn't always reflect on the old bank account, but it reflects in my mindset. It reflects... It reflects on my self-esteem, like, hey, I feel like I did something. Things are happening in the world, right? Alright, let's do this. Let's see who can bounce over to the middle gate the fastest. You know, that's kind of the thing, and why I like working so hard at some of this stuff and sometimes go on only 3 hours of sleep. Like, you know imposter syndrome, right? It's where you feel like you aren't good enough despite having success. Well, I have the opposite, where it feels like I'm doing a lot of work and I have nothing to show for it, right? So, okay, let's get him out of the way, right? So whenever I'm able to do work off stream, even if it doesn't reflect on being a fatty, a fatty VTuber quite yet, it at least feels like progress. And I think that mindset, just in terms of your self-esteem, right? Like, sure, maybe no one else has really noticed the work that you put in, but you notice the work that you put in. And it feels like good work. And sometimes that little boost can help. Did I accidentally agree with The Secret? Did that just happen? Am I manifesting my dreams through thought? I've never actually read that, but it feels like something that some of my crunchy granola friends have said about it over the years. Oh no. Now I'm gonna end up selling things like wraps on Facebook in the next 10 years. If this keeps up, I'm gonna end up becoming a real estate agent. Oh no. Oh. There we go. I guess I should actually pay attention to the fight, huh? So yeah, it's been one of those weeks, but yeah, I feel like I've made progress, and I've always been a firm believer, right, that if you're going to do something for yourself like this, like it basically is a job, right? This whole VTubing thing, I treat it as a job. I'm creating content that hopefully people will like, and hopefully they in turn support that, and it becomes a kind of a two-way street. But I believe firmly that if I'm going to treat this as a job, then I have to put in the work. I have to put in my 40 hours, right? So even if it doesn't show off immediately, I feel like maybe in the long term, those results will speak for themselves, right? Here we go. It's a common refrain in the industry, when I worked in film, it's something you hear a lot. If the work is good, people will notice. If the work is not good, well, then here we are, right? Now, obviously, that was something I heard a lot 10 years ago, before the algorithm existed, right? So we're always kind of a slave to the algorithm as it is. Yeah, it's one of the perils and pitfalls of VTubing, and just streaming in general. I do have control over it, but I have no control over what Alphabet is doing, right? They could change things for the better, or just turn around and pull a Twitch and change things for the worse for no apparent reason, right? So yeah, it is a little bit different, but all I can do is put out the content that I think people will like, and essentially that I would like. Most of these streams, the way I go about it is, hey, would I like watching this? Because obviously everyone likes something a little bit different, right? I can't plug myself into a board cube and assimilate to everyone's personal preferences. So the only thing that I can rely on as a judge is my own personal taste as someone that watches a lot of YouTube and streamers, right? So my mindset is, if I would enjoy it, that's the content that I want to make, So whenever I say, like, I don't watch certain companies or certain streamers, it's not because they are bad. I don't think they're necessarily terrible people. It's just, that's not the kind of content that I enjoy, and I don't want to become one of those type of streamers, right? Like I will never be one of those streamers that tries to confuse being loud and obnoxious with being entertaining and humorous, right? Not that Not necessarily that I'm ever humorous, right? Come on. Step on the thingy. Step on the thingy. Like, I'm about as funny as plain white bread. I've accepted that. That's okay. That's who I am. I'm the guy that's like, hey, mayonnaise is too spicy. Actually, I actually love spicy stuff, but that's the impression that I give off, right? But even so, I don't want to be one of those loud and obnoxious streamers. The old ADHD Twitch streamer trying to appeal to, you know, the 5-year-olds that want loud noises kind of thing. That's not the kind of content that I do. That doesn't necessarily mean that content is bad, because in many cases, yeah, you're going to have to appeal to, you know, that audience, and they make a lot more money than I do. But it's just not something that I enjoy. I'm too old for that at this point. I guess I'm too offline. Yelling at clouds. That's essentially what I'm doing, right? You know, I want different kinds of content than that. So, you know, that's why I make the kind of content that I do. Is I make the stuff that I would watch, and I try and be the kind of streamer that I would listen to. I've said that I'm basically the news radio, the NPR of VTubers, right? And given how much NPR I listen to on the way to work, yeah, that checks out. But, you know, if that doesn't work for some people, that's fine. You know, there's content for everybody. If you do like those loud and obnoxious streamers, then, like, by all means, don't let me tell you what to do. Alright. Let's do this. A, all in. B, belly. C, consumed. Faster we get out of here, the faster we get those chains. Right? So yeah, you know, it's a big world out there. I've said it a billion times. No hate to the streamers out there that do appeal to that, you know. I'm never going to complain about anyone getting that money. Not in this world, right? But yeah, it's just not my thing. And to be honest, I don't know if I could ever really even do that thing. Even if I wanted to try and appeal for that, like, this is about as loud as I ever get. I've never been really the kind of person that yells or screams at anything. Even when I play scary things, right? And I'm a big coward. I get scared at my shadow if I've gone too long without sleep, right? Like, I have this big LED light on in front of me, and it sometimes makes tricks of the light. And I will literally sit here and jump at my own reflection in the monitor because of it. But even given that, I don't think I could ever really be a very loud person. I think it's just because I've always, for the most part, lived around people. Like, I've always had roommates, or I lived in an apartment with shoddy walls. So I've just kind of grown up having to keep my voice down. Like, I would like to yell and scream, you know? I would like to really just belt out some karaoke. But, you know, given that I am a smaller streamer and I'm not quite there yet, that hasn't been really an option. You know, that's kind of why I want to keep doing this, and I hope it takes off, is I want the chance to do those kind of things. But to do that, I'm gonna have to be able to pay my rent first, right? Have to be able to afford to move out of here. So it's all baby steps. It's all working towards part of the plan. Nah, let's be honest, we're all winging it. That's all we can do in this life. And out of hell. I'll probably get hit by that. That's fine. Oh, hey. Surprise, surprise. You know, thankfully, this group has been very solid. The last few times I've run this have been very, very rough, and it could just be the time of day. The day of the week? I don't know. But yeah, it's been a good run. The last few have been a lot of sprouts. Which, hey, we love our sprouts. But it's not like I can just jump in there and finish this in 15 minutes on stream, right? I do like the black tonberry. That's cool. It looks surprisingly good. I haven't seen any metallic gold tonberries yet, though. I'm very disappointed. I thought that would be what was greeting me upon entering Balmung, right? I do like this track. It does take a little bit of time to kind of build up. Man, we're just blitzing through it. There we go. Not that I'm gonna complain. That means more tomes and maybe do an expert roulette here in a second. I don't know if I want to do MSQ. They take a little bit too much time, but yeah. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so, you know, like I said, we're all just kind of winging it. You do what you got to do that's best for you, right? You do what you got to. Don't let me tell you anything is right or wrong necessarily. It's just different methods of going about it, right? Where's the clouds? There we go. Now they're coming out. Yeah, looks like this group knows to stand in front of them, which is good. There we go. And gives me more time to hop in here and get a couple extra casts off. Like, everyone here is killing these things, like, way faster than I can, so... Okay, I guess we kind of forgot about that one. There we go. Oh no, get on them. Get on them. There we go. There we go. I think everyone else is kind of in the same mindset right now. We just want to be done with it. We've been through this a billion times. Just take out the cloud, man. There we go. Now I did notice, you know, if you haven't been paying attention to the lodestone, they are going to be doing extended maintenance early next week. I think next Tuesday, right? And it's a long maintenance, like it's a 24-hour maintenance. So getting some server upgrades, getting some of that done, which will be nice, you know. I had not been aware that there were any issues, but who knows what's going on in the back end. But we'll have to try and come up with something to play on that day. I can't remember if I'm working or not. It's Tuesday, so I probably am. Oh, there we go. But we'll try and come up with something to keep people entertained during the downtime. And then, yeah, I mean, if they're doing this maintenance, I mean, I've got to imagine something's going on. I know they said that the 6.38, which is usually just balance changes, and I think getting rid of tombstone caps might be part of that. I can't remember what the .08 patches do, but I feel like it is the uncapping of tombstones and changing up some of the like some of the gear that you can turn into the or grade company vendors, that kind of thing. So yeah, it'll be small little back end things like that, but just kind of be aware. I think it's April 3rd and 4th, something like that. It'll come up on Tuesday. I remember right. And I'm sure they're going to be talking about it again during the live letter, so, you know, it's not like people aren't going to know. All right, let's hop in and see if we can get into an expert here. Okay. And I can't remember if I did my gold saucer stuff this week. Can't forget my MGP, man. Now that we've got some new mounts, I really want that ship. Isn't it like 4 million or something, or is it even more than that now? After I bought my Cactuar, I sabotender. It's been a long road up. I mean, that thing took, well, ever since I came back to the game, so about 7 years. Now, to be fair, I have not kept up with this like every single week, right? And obviously, I've never actually won the cact bot. There we go. Probably help if I actually did Chloe's every week. I don't know why. I just keep forgetting about Chloe's book, even though there's some really good rewards from it. I feel like I got my title and I was like, okay, this is fine. That's enough of that. It's just another chore, I guess. But the thing is, like, all of the chores in FF14, like, they're not bad chores. They give you, like, really good stuff. I just forget about them because I'm lazy. All right, did I pick up my winning numbers this week? I think I did. Oh, I did not. Okay. Okay, nothing big. That's fine. Man, roulettes are popping tonight. You guys are giving me that streamer luck. All right, which one are you gonna get? It's probably Troya. Oh, finally. I have not seen this one in close to a month. No joke. Pretty close to a month since I've seen this one. I don't know why. I've been getting Troya every single time. And it's really annoying. Like, Troya's a fun dungeon that first time. Maybe even a few times after that. Much less fun. A month in a row. Alright. Now, I have noticed that now that the new relic weapon is out, new relic step, man, these things are really flying by. Like, it's a significant difference. They're still, you know, kind of dependent on the team. If you got sprouts and whatnot, it can still take a little bit of time. But yeah, the Troya that I did, it was either yesterday or a couple days ago. Yeah, I mean, we had Scarmillion almost down before he went into phase, right? Before we went to Ad's phase. It was wild. I have never seen it go that fast. But I'm not going to complain, because easy tomes. There we go. Seems like we're doing all right here. It's hard to judge just based off the Griffin, but we'll see on the first boss. The problem is it's been so long since I've done this one that I can't remember like where the usual benchmarks are, right? All right. So let's get back in the game. I have been playing this a little bit more lately off stream, just trying to get back used to it and do my dailies and that kind of thing for these tomes. So thankfully I'm not as rusty as the past few times that I've streamed it. I don't know, it's just nice and familiar, it's cozy. The only downside is, like, I can tell, and I've said it for a year now, and somehow it's still plugging along, but I can tell the mouse is, like, slowly dying, so I think it's just about time to put that paycheck to good use. Like, what's the point of working retail if I'm not using it to improve the stream? Here we go. No, I'm secretly spending it all on t-shirts, on hentai t-shirts with feet and really expensive Tifa statues from Favor GK. There we go. To be fair, that's only half a joke. That was all my previous paychecks. There we go. But I will probably return to buying a lot of those things once I get the new VTuber model finished. It's gonna take some time. Come on, where are you at? There we go. Don't worry, I do have some basic priorities here. I'm not that much of a weeb quite yet. All right, there we go. Is he's at 72? All right. Feel like this is going well enough. All right, Albion, let's do this. He's doing right. There we go. Move over here. Okay. Can't remember what he does for this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It makes it explode. There we go. And we just hide. Easy mode, easy life. Alrighty. Okay. Oh yeah. We'll be fine on this one. We're really breezing through this. And this is, you know, this is the newest dungeon, so it will take a little bit longer than Troya, but yeah, this is going smooth. I'm happy with this. Here we go. Now the next thing that I need to do is play a little bit of Monster Hunter World off stream and try getting back into that, because I do genuinely want to stream it sooner rather than later. But man, I forgot how bad I am at this after not playing it for a year and a half, 2 years. I've always been dual blades, right? So I like dual blades, but I think it's just after playing so many other games with the controller, my muscle memory keeps wanting to default to Elden Ring. You know, I thought about playing Monster Hunter Rise because I feel like maybe that might be a little bit easier to get back into, just because I'd be starting fresh. I've never played Rise, and I don't have Sunbreak or anything like that, but it is available on Game Pass. So I thought maybe if I play that, then it's a good opportunity to kind of start from scratch and kind of relearn the buttons in baby steps. Then I'm like, I keep hearing World is much better, so... And I already have, you know, Master Hunter rank in that, so I can kind of jump in and do whatever. But yeah, we might do that at some point this week, but I've got to give it some more practice. Like, I can't even remember where the Admiral is, right? Like, I keep getting this pop-up saying, hey, new quest available at the Admiral. I'm like, I don't remember who you are. Supposedly I'm the best Monster Hunter out there, and I don't know who you are. This is truly what the Warrior of Light deals with on a daily basis, right? So once I can remember all of that and remember how to do all of the nice event quests and get some cool glams, it'll be a little bit better. Oh yeah, they have added a glam system too, if I remember right. That didn't exist the last time that I played it. Now I know MHW is like kind of in maintenance mode at this point. I think they said they're basically done with content on it, right? But it's still getting like 12k players on Steam at a time, so it's not like there's no one playing it. I've heard Capcom's pretty good about that stuff when it comes to Monster Hunter stuff. Like, they keep their servers active for a while, and I guess the fan base is big enough to justify it, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues hopping in and beating up a Rathalos or something like that. Yeah, I still have never fought Rajang or any of them. I think Rajang was like just about ready to come out the last time that I played. Like, I quit right before they released it. And everyone was flipping out because they're like, oh man, Rajang. I guess he's a very famous monkey in Monster Hunter, right? Here we go. Oh yeah, I gotta remember how this fight goes. There we go, we'll be fine. Hey. The only thing I don't like with this fight is it moves around so much that I can never remember my timing for the old melee combo. Like right here, I'm kind of Kind of have to sit and wait instead of using my modification, right? But thankfully, it's not too hard. I mean, it's a fairly easy fight, I would say. Once you know the tricks, like the first time you do it, oh man, it had me thrown for a loop. I think I streamed myself doing this for the first time, didn't I? I don't even remember. There. Okay. Hey. Yeah, this is going pretty fast. I think we'll be able to get her down before she does the next round of the thingy, the jump around one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we slowed up a bit. Maybe we're just getting old. I don't know. Yeah, I am excited to kind of go through and look at Game Pass. Like, I think that's going to be the biggest thing for the stream more than anything, is just having that available. You know, I had no income for so long that I never had a chance to really do Game Pass stuff. And I'd always wanted to, because there's a lot of good stuff on there. But yeah, it's nice to be able to pay for that subscription and finally get a lot of pretty decent games. There you go. Alright, so we did not do it in time. We're actually significantly slower than I thought. So, there's my judge of character, I guess. Alright. Let's just finish this, guys. Let's get out of the way. Maybe it's been a while since they've done it, too. That's fine. Things happen. Oh. Oh, now I gotta remember what the last boss is. I literally don't remember anything about this dungeon. It's been so long. Like, I have vague recollections. Okay. Let's go. Let's get this done. Alba's Serpent. You know, I think the other thing is the last few times I've done this, and this is probably why I don't remember it, the last few times I've done this, it was on my Sage ult. That's why. Because, yeah, I was leveling my Sage and trying to get her gear up and up to snuff. So it had been a long, long time since I've ever actually run this as a DPS. That makes so much more sense now. Alright. Clear them out pretty fast. I was wondering, like, man, why does this feel so janky? I'm like, oh, I'm not throwing shields out every 2 seconds. Which, speaking of, I do need to work on her. I haven't done anything on my Sage ult in a while. I'm sure the people on my friends list are like, are they alive? What happened? I was so active on that ult for so long, and then I just stopped, like, on a dime. It's like I got the job, my schedule got all kinds of effed up, so I stopped role-playing and stopped playing this character because she was mainly an RP ult, right? So it's been probably a month and a half since I've logged on her. And yeah, I'm sure my friends list is wondering what's up. I'm here, you just don't know it's me. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay. Well, the trash is going pretty fast, at least. And I should be nice and stocked up for the boss. Okay, let's finish this. Overall, not too bad. Oh, that's right. That's right. We're doing Cognazo. And they're kind of a weird one. Fun, but kind of weird too. There's some fun mechanics with this fight. All right, and we'll We'll pump out the DPS as best as possible. Try and get this over with. I haven't even really looked at, like, where things stand in terms of rankings and that kind of thing right now. Alright. Move over here to the right. Nice, nice. It's really the mid phase when he starts zipping around. That's kind of the tricky one. There's like very small safe spaces, right? There we go. Yeah, so it's like right here somewhere, I think. Nope, I was wrong. Yeah, that's the tricky one. It feels like there should be a safe space, but there sometimes isn't. I don't know. Okay. We do have an ads phase, right? I'm not making things up. I'm not making up headcanon right now, am I? Okay, okay, there we go. I knew we had more going on. There we go. These will go down pretty fast, I'm sure. I haven't even really looked at the party list. Who we even have with us? So it's a Reaper, okay. I'll go ahead and finish off that one over there. You guys can work on the bottom corner. There we go. Nice. Hold up there. And magic barrier. Cool. We did it. We're real gamers now. Oh boy. Alright. Which one's Void Cleaver? Oh, that's right. We got the little markers. I see you. I see what you're trying to do. This is fine. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think everyone got it. That's probably actually the cleanest I've ever seen it done. Usually there's at least one person that spins it the wrong way, right? Yeah. This is fine. Why not? 3 stacks. Let's go. Just greed. Yeah, we'll addle there just in case. When in doubt, debuff. It's okay. So we are going to beat it before he does the second run of this. I don't know. It's a very, very whiplashy run. All right. Ooh, that's a nice sight there. Anything good? Deep blue. Yeah, sure. I'll roll on that. I'll greed on these just because I could probably use the Grain Company seals. It's been a while. I'm getting kind of low. Cool. Well, thanks everybody. Good job. Oh, all right. Well, I think that'll do it for today. Man, I really thought the holiday event would take a little bit longer, but yeah, it was nice getting in here, streaming a little bit, and having some fun. I'll probably end up making the new FF screen later tonight at some point. I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow or the day after, but it's coming. it's a getting there. 1770. There we go. And then I also need to probably go repair. But yeah, I think I think we had some fun tonight. It's always nice to hop back into FF14, but I know that with the live letter watch along coming up, that's going to be a pretty long stream. I'm going to try and be awake for it and hopefully do the whole thing, but those usually run 3 or 4 hours, so we'll be sitting here a while, right? But thanks a ton for putting up with me having to reschedule this a little bit earlier, but you know, now that all the errand stuff is done, it hopefully won't be an issue the rest of the week. You know, get it done while I can, and then we can kind of enjoy the rest of our time together the rest of the week. So, yeah, without any further ado, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your hump day, and don't worry, you're making it one day at a time. Thanks a ton, everybody. Again, my name is Wes. Like, subscribe if you want to see the whatever I'm doing next. I just kind of wing it, and it'll pop up on the feed. And have a good night. Take care.